Hi guys, it's Damo here. I thought I'd just show you how I often raid for loot. The technique I use is basically about getting easy loot from bases, not going for the really high bases and losing lots of troops. Anyway, so I'll show you what troops I use. So basically I'll use the King's Royal Riflemen, Howitzers and heavy supply trucks. So the first thing you want to do here is get a training blessing going. So go over here. I've got no food, bugger. I'll just crown it so I can keep going. Alright. So the main troops I'm going to use here are 8 Howies, 2 supply trucks and 54 shooters and 4 planes. I won't use any of my other troops. Tactics take a while to train, so I don't want to use them. I might use Alliance troop if I get in a bit of a pickle and need some extra help. Alright, to help with these troops, you also want to make sure you do some uni research on them. So if we look at Leo, there's some research in there for howitzers. Note I haven't progressed that far on them yet, but if you do get them done, it will help you a lot as well. So there's howitzers there, and this guy has got the rifleman damage and hit points, which will help. Alright, let's get started. Cool. So this is a pretty high level base, so I'm going to leave that one alone. Hit next. This is level 152. Normally I look for at least 400,000 food and 400,000 gold and above. It's also got 1,000 oil. Nothing too scary. The main thing with this army that I'm worried about is mortars. Mortars will take out infantry and howies pretty quick. So I'm going to try and drop where not much can hit me. I might just fly a couple of planes at this mortar, and then we're pretty safe to drop the troops. Cool. So now we just let our army do our stuff. So remember, the main thing I'm looking out for here is mortars that can get me, or anything that does splash damage. So I might just rally on the stronghold because that can do splash damage, which will hurt me. And then fly a couple of planes at that mortar. So when you fly your planes, obviously you've got to watch out for ensuring that they're relatively safe and not going to get shot down. I nearly lost one then, so that one wasn't that great. Cool, I might just rally on that next mortar. So you can see the riflemen here are pretty good at just taking out the enemy troops, so I don't have to worry about them. And I've just got one more mortar here to worry about. So the healers will protect the troops a bit from the mortar. And that's pretty much base done. to speed the troops up a bit. So, so there's some pretty easy loot there. So I've got a bit of a museum bonus happening of about 20% plus 15% for being British. So I didn't lose too many troops. So we'll go home. Let's do a retrain. So I'm just going to crown this so I can keep going with the video, but normally retraining those troops you wouldn't have to wait too long. And we go again. So when I do this, I like to keep medals pretty low to come across the easier bases. So if I see a base like this where I can lose 21 medals, it's way too hard a base to have a crack at. So I'll just drop a troop, end the battle, get those medals down a bit more. See if we can pick up one more easy base. So really, when I look for these bases, I'm looking at the mortars and how high they're upgraded. So I could take that base quite easily, but the loot's a little bit low, so we'll look again. Base is too hard. Too hard. So that's pretty easy, but once again, not a lot of loot, so I might just take the 20 medals. And we'll retrain that one troop. Okay, this one looks good. So 521 gold, 400,000 food. Mortars don't look too high. What I might do is drop up here and just get rid of this air defense all at once. So I use a 3-finger drop on the iPad. It's easy to do. Not so easy on an iPhone though. So we'll just take out the mortar with some planes. And we'll rally on that mortar. So I guess the point of picking easy bases is so you don't lose too many troops, and you can retrain pretty quickly and get looting again. Some people get greedy and go for the high bases, but I find it's easier just to plug away at the easy bases. In the end, I think you get more loot. people that use heavy tanks will, I guess, could use a similar approach. I guess they're just looking out for anti-tank guns instead of the mortars. So I'm not focusing on oil specifically here, but you notice it builds up pretty quickly anyway. Anyway, I don't claim to be an expert, but that's how I often loot. The other technique, I'll use about 6 wool breakers, and then the rest raiders. And I find that to get oil, that's a more quicker approach because you can target the oil. Thanks guys, I hope that can help some of you. Now, how do I stop my video?